president. It turns out over 1 million illegal aliens have self-deported from the United States. Can you believe it? 1 million. It turns out many of these rallies, the No Kings, they're scaring the illegals more than they're scaring the Americans. The illegals are saying, you know what, we better get out of Dodge. Wages have gone up a little bit, 0.4%, but they're going up. Here's another positive. The murder rate is plummeting. We are close to getting to the lowest murder rate imaginable, last I can remember. For all of the stats on this, I want to bring in the man who tipped us off to this story from the Crime Prevention Research Center. Dr. John Lott is with us. John, it's great to have you back on.
Great to talk to you, Grant.
All right, can we directly attribute the murder rate falling to illegal aliens being deported?
Well, I think it's one part of the story. Obviously, people like Kash Patel has moved a lot of FBI agents out of the Washington, D.C. area. They had about a third of the FBI agents have been stationed there, moving them to parts of the country where the crime is occurring. You have the Trump administration's no longer trying to push DEI policies on police departments around the country, so that with regard to hiring and promotion, all those things matter. You've had changes in who the district attorneys are in places like Los Angeles and San Francisco, getting rid of Soros-backed district attorneys who didn't want to prosecute people. All those things matter. But going after illegal aliens who commit crime at high rates also, I think, has helped. And it's helped in two ways. One is they've deported some of these individuals already. But secondly, these illegals are worried about getting deported. And one way of drawing attention to yourself and making it more likely you get deported is to commit a crime. Because if you get caught by the police, you're going to get turned over to ICE now. And so to avoid getting deported, you can help avoid that by not committing as many crimes right now. We see illegals changing their behavior in many different ways. We see them in terms of leaving the job force. During the Biden administration, 5.4 million of the jobs that were created went to non-native born Americans. We don't know how many of those are illegals, but a number of them were. And then during the last 4 months that we have data for, the number of jobs for non-native born Americans have fallen by over 700,000. That's quite a switch from the huge increase that we saw before. And I presume most of those are probably illegals who want to lie low,
John,
just like they want to lie low with regard to committing crimes.
Real quick to something we've talked about a lot. It always amazed me that most of the crime in America, especially violent crime, is committed by the same group of people. I mean, these repeat offenders over and over again, they're the same people. You go get those people off the street, then the crime will plummet. President Trump has made it really a mission to go get the worst of the worst. I promise you, many of these MS-13 gang members were multiple murderers that they took off the street. That could be playing a role in all this.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely agree. I mean, you have about 3 to 5% of the criminals commit the vast majority of crime that's going on there. You know, they may be committing like 80% of the violent crime. And so if you can get rid of those individuals, you can have a significant impact. I think there are many things that are going on, but the bottom line is it's not rocket science. If you make it risky for criminals to commit crime with higher arrest rates, higher conviction rates, longer prison sentences, the death penalty, and you deport those who are committing the crime, or at least make them realize that that's a risk that they face, you can reduce the crime rate.
Isn't it amazing that the old saying, actions have consequences, something my mom taught me, also works for criminals too. Dr. John Lott, it's always great having you on from the Crime Prevention Research Center. Thank you.
Thank you very much.